Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show from the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar where we're going to be trying some single malt from New Riff and rating the regulars. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Darren McCroy and Jim Fosdott. What's going on, guys?
How we doing, Steve?
Hey, y'all.
Not bad. Not bad. You're getting better. Yeah.
Timing was a little awkward, but...
No, I think you did good. You did good. So, fun day here. We're getting ready. We're going to have our annual holiday party tonight here at the Barrel Shop. We have our Barrel Shop Syndicate, which is pretty cool. Look forward to seeing all of our syndicate members here. Should be a good time. But for now, we're going to be rating the regulars. And this will debut at the party tonight, which is perfect, right?
Yep.
They'll like seeing that. So, we've got a special list here. We'll talk about why it's special. It is actually covering 2 months, November and December. We've been trying to record this for a while. Haven't been able to do it. We basically figured out November, December in this business, it's a little too busy to take time away. Today, everyone's kind of staying away because they're going to be here tonight for the party, so it gives us a little bit of a break here. So, before we get to that, though, Darren, you said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir?
So, a couple days back, McNew went on this whole rant about only eating cold French fries from McDonald's.
That made no sense.
Which makes no sense.
It was a McNew thing.
Yeah.
Jim, I don't know if you heard that one. So, McNew's thing is she likes French fries from McDonald's, but not freshly made ones. She likes ones that have been sitting around a while, but she likes them to be sitting around at McDonald's. Like I like if so. She's like if they give me fresh ones, she's pissed. So yeah, why? I'm like, take it and then sit at your house. She's like, no, it has to sit at McDonald's. It has to age at McDonald's.
So that's ridiculous enough.
Exactly.
Every human being has something kind of ridiculous that they do.
Sure.
So, like we said, that's just a McNew thing. What's your just Steve and just Jim?
Oh my God, I've got tons of them. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I've got plenty that have been shared on here. Things like I use the same fork for dinner and all that kind of stuff that people freak out about. I don't know. You probably can answer this better than me.
I don't know. I haven't even thought about myself yet. So thinking
on
about
the spot. Huh. I'm not sure. Jim, you got one?
I don't have anything that I think is incredibly weird or that people go, oh, that's unusual. I mean, Darren comments that I walk in with a Diet Dr. Pepper every day, but that's about as...
Well, that's just because that reminds me of my mom. She drinks Diet Dr. Pepper like it's a main line. So
Diet Dr. Pepper, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I have any kind of weird cold French fry.
No. I think I'm just a series of weird things that keep me together. Yeah. I mean, and I've talked about this on the show. I like to listen to sometimes I get stuck on the same song. I'll just keep playing the same song on repeat. I don't know why that is, but I do. That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
I eat raw hamburger.
Raw hamburger, that's a weird one, yeah.
That's not a normal people thing.
Cook with hamburger, I'll always have some Lowry salt there and roll a little ball up in Lowry's.
Okay. Well, with the Lowry's then makes sense. I mean, I've tried raw hamburger. There's not a whole lot of flavor.
Taste.
Yeah, but if you had the Lowry's in there, maybe then. I'd be in.
I mean, I eat raw fish all the time.
It's like
but-
tartare. You know?
I don't freak out about that kind of stuff. There are people who freak out about anything, like raw eggs,
yeah.
meat if it's not properly cooked. I
after-
get it. There's a risk to everything in life, though.
Remember
Yeah.
after Rocky came out? Everybody was cracking eggs.
Right, yeah,
and drinking whole eggs before he worked out. Everyone else. Like,
Oh, yeah.
The whole world didn't die of salmonella poisoning.
No.
So I think one of my weirdest things I do is there's plenty of them too, as I'm sure both of you know.
Sure.
But I don't do it as much here. But I'll just randomly start talking about trees and like think that's
No, you
okay
do it
for
here.
a social concept. Like a couple months ago now, I was on a date and we were at this park and we were talking about normal stuff. And then I just walked up to the tree and started talking about the bark and all the different fruits. It was a black walnut and.
Never heard from her again either. So, imagine that. Yeah.
It didn't go on the long version of the hike like we were planning. It somehow got cut short. Or
Yeah. Huh. How does this work out for you, Mr. Nature? Inviting girls out on early dates. I'm not 2 years in. Anything goes. You can do whatever you want. But to go out on early dates, be like, let's go for a hike in the woods. To me, that the women should be putting their guards.
I have
up.
no
Like,
clue.
Yeah,
No clue. I just
That just screams.
meet someone
Real.
online and be like,
Right,
hey, you want to go on a hike at this place? I know a really cool cliff or something.
that sounds. Yeah.
My
I wouldn't say yes to it.
My granddaughter gets old enough to date. She said, Grandpa, somebody just invited me on a first date to go on a 5-mile hike. I'm like, I'll be in the woods with a gun. You go on right by. Like, you'll never see me. I'll be in camo.
Yeah.
And it's not like I go to like Forest Park. Right. It's like a conservation area 13 miles outside of Eureka. And
That is weird.
It's,
Yeah.
I don't quite know.
The girls are desperate out there, I guess, huh? Just as
when,
desperate
will we,
as guys.
when will we finally meet someone that you date?
Yeah.
When will we bring a date into here?
Eventually.
Eventually. Now, this one, supposedly that you're dating right now, you've been dating a little while, right?
Yeah.
So, how close are we getting here?
I wouldn't say very close.
It's probably a smart move, actually. Yeah.
She hasn't met any of my family yet, so
Yeah.
you guys are probably somewhere after that.
Kathy Cool brought her boyfriend in here. I would say she did. Now, it's worked out fine. She made the right call, I guess. Her boyfriend, new guy, certainly likes this place and likes us and all that. But we could have ruined that thing. I mean, we were pretty on it for day one.
I think we legit saved that
I
relationship.
think you're right about that. Yeah. Kathy needed some guidance from us. That's what I always wonder. Like I helped Royce Neely a lot when he started dating Becca. Giving her advice, and this is what I do, and all. How the fuck do I do it again? I've been married to the same woman for what the fuck do I do?
And I'm the opposite. I usually give my advice and go, but I'm divorced 3 times.
Right? Yeah. So
Actually, the other day, one of my friends reached out to me for relationship advice. I'm like, you lived with me for 3 years. You know how I handle relationships, and this is the one that you chose to seek out?
yeah. So
What's the longest you've ever dated someone?
In high school, I was calmer. 2 years in high
Really?
school. So,
whoa, pretty serious, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then she went to college, and
Yeah.
things went downhill from there.
And she bought a distillery, and all the rest is Well,
No, she actually owned OnlyFans, like the whole website. No, I'm kidding.
that'd be pretty good.
I would not have let that one go if that was...
All right. Well, before we go to break, we do have whiskey, and this show isn't necessarily about the whiskey like we do sometimes, where the whole show is about tasting and sampling. So we'll taste this before the break. What do we got here, Darren?
We have New Riff's Sour Mash Single Malt Whiskey.
Okay.
It is coming in at 113.8 proof, and it is a 7-year-old single malt new release.
Okay. Yeah. Good for them. I like New Riff. I like what they're doing, and
I like single malts.
I like single malts. So yeah, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, that's really nice. So it definitely evolves over the palate, which is nice. I mean, everything from fruity notes to chocolatey notes to bubblegum notes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're smoking some of that.
Yeah, so, I have the bottle, and it says using a blend of 5 different single malt whiskeys, comprising of 11 different grains or something. Don't quote me on that exactly.
Okay. It's complex. It tastes complex. So,
But there's definitely a little bit of smoke,
hit the
but it's
smoke,
not
not overpowered,
overwhelming.
right.
yeah.
I think this would be a great intro to American single malts as a category.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. There's something to look forward to. It's a nice high proof. It's not... Sometimes when you're venturing into new things, you want something safer than something way out there.
Right.
I think this is a pretty good option for that.
Okay. All right, well, good deal on that. That's a great whiskey, and check it out if you get the opportunity to do so. The good folks at New Riff have done it again. All right, what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, it's going to be time for Rate the Regulars. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
Hey, I'm here with Steve, and he's an amazing man.
Well, what are we doing?
On the Bourbon Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Rate the Regulars. This is Steve Akeley. I've got Jim Foz out here and Darren McCroy, and we're going to be rating the regulars. This is a special edition for several reasons. First of all, we would normally go through October, and then early in November, we would do that. We missed that because we've been too busy. So we are literally doing this for November and December, which would cover October and November, basically, your participation there. And it's special for that reason that we're doing 2 months in a row, and this will be posted through the end of the year here at the shop. But it's also special, too, because in October, we lost two of our regular customers within a day apart of each other. So Mitch Abbott, syndicate member, somebody who's really involved, and then Rick the Legend Brenner, battling a disease for a long time. You get two opposite ends of the spectrum there. You got surprise, just here one day, gone the next, and then you got Rick, who unfortunately, right before our eyes, has been, withering away and, battling, a good fight. So we're gonna make Mitch and Rick tied for number one for the month. And then we also thought about two of our regulars are deeply impacted by this. Joe DeNapp, who is Mitch's best friend, and then Jen Brenner, Rick the Legend Brenner's daughter. We're going to make them tied for number two. So the family, the friends that they have left behind, 1 and 2. So we're only looking for 8 spots here today, guys. We're going to have our normal 20 people nominated, though. So this is going to be a very tough list here. So here's who we've got, our 20. Evan Nieders. You've got Kyle Neely, Josh Dale, Kathy Cool, Clayton Saybacher. I'm so ingrained with Seabacher. I'm gonna have a hard time with Saybacher. Yeah. He sprung that on us too late. So Clayton, no disrespect there. It's gonna take me a while. Mike Steinkamp, Wayne Van Sluis, Tom Shue, Dave Hoyle, Evan Van Scoik, Cop Chris, Cop Brennan, McNew, who was here a couple times.
Three times
Yeah,
in this time frame.
Yeah, 3 times. So that's a big deal. We do take into consideration how far away you live. McDougal lives in Indianapolis, so 4 hours. That's a commitment to come here. So you don't have to be here every week like someone we might judge that is lives locally. Tom Crowder. First time we've had a distributor on here,
Yeah.
but he's come to an event during this time frame. He's a regular. He's coming tonight. He comes, stops in and drinks. So that's good. Brian Murphy also lives in. I forget the name of the town he lives in, but it's
Northern Illinois, right?
not Northern Illinois. He lives by Effingham, but it's not Effingham. It's Greenup, Illinois. So he lives a while away too, and he'll be here tonight, and he's done several events with us and stuff like that. You got somebody's coming on strong recently, Dave Hogan Miller. So there you go. Don Knott, this is another one. He lives out in Washington. Made it all the way out here, so like Vancouver, Washington. Tom Shue, did we already say him? No. Tom Shue.
Crowder.
Oh, Tom Crowder. Oh, no, here's Tom Shue here. We did say Tom Shue. We got 2 Toms. Can you work on who's going to be put in his place while I continue out the list here?
Cop Ken. I vote Cop Ken
Cop Ken.
should go in because he's about to walk in the door.
Oh, Cop Ken. All right, Cop.
Just doing a full day shift.
Cop Ken. Oh, yeah, we're all here. We're recording a podcast right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, and this is Rate the Regulars. Rate the Regulars.
Oh boy,
You
I'm
just-
not one of those. Right?
Well, you made
You just
the
made
list.
the top
just made
20 because
list.
you walked in the door. So.
He needed one more, so he just made the list.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So then we got one where we do a couple type of things from time to time. We got Sonia White and David Harris, and then last but not least, number 20 on our list, Bob Miramonte. Do we want to continue with Ken here? Do we want to stop and come back to it?
I think we can continue with Ken here.
What do you want to do? How much time do you got? Are you
I
want
have
to?
time.
You got time?
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. All right. We took a little break there just so we could get Ken a drink, but we're back now. And so we went through the 20 people that have been nominated. Ken is on that list. And we got to narrow this down. We only have 8 spots this time. Don't forget. So we only got 8. We're starting at number 3. Extenuating circumstances. Ken wasn't here when we went over that, but we got Mitch and Rick, who passed away during the time frame we did this. And then Joe, Mitch's best friend, and Jen Brenner, Rick's daughter, are number 1 and 2.
Good choices.
Yep. Yeah, so that means we got 8 spaces. So who would be kind of the de facto number 1, but will actually be number 3 on the list? Who is...
I think it's between 2 people.
Okay, let's see. I got who I think it should be, but go ahead. Maybe it's between 2 people, too. Okay.
Josh Dale
Okay.
and Evan Neters.
That's the 2 I had. What do you think, Jim?
I would agree with those two.
All right, so who gets it? Evan or Josh?
Josh famously didn't want to be on the list. But then he did say last night while he was here that he doesn't mind being on the list as much. He let it slip out.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we give it to Evan.
Evan. I think so too. I think, and Evan's been number 1. Now he's only going to be number 3 here. I think we need to. Josh has been playing hard. I think next month when we do this, he'll be in line to get number 1.
Yeah.
Then. So we'll go. I think this month we'll go Evan Neters at number 3, or Von Neters as the world knows him at this point. Evan Neters and Josh Dale.
That's how long ago we made this top 20 because he wasn't Von Neters yet. Cause
Yeah. Now he's Von Neters as people know. All right, Jim. Who are you thinking here? Anybody stand out for you?
Boy, I tell you, who's been here a bunch, and she can take some pretty good abuse. Kathy Cool.
Kathy Cool.
I think she makes the list here. Had quite an interesting Friday here with her for for Foolproof Friday, but she's always fun. She gets picked on a bunch and takes it very well, and
Kathy Cool.
Fun to be here.
All right, that's good. Who else? Sabacker?
If we can't say your name, it's going to make it hard to get you on this list, Clayton.
He really was coming on strong. Then he's had a little bit of a lull after having
Kids got sick.
Yeah,
That
kids
happens.
got sick. He had a kid in there. I'll tell you what, one I think should be on the list. Wayne Van Sluis.
Yeah.
He's been.
He is the new Tony. Tony's going to hate this, but he's here every Friday night.
Every Friday. Yep.
About
I don't even
5:30.
recognize Tony
Yeah, I
anymore.
was gonna say, where is Tony?
Tony doesn't come anymore. He's too good for us.
I haven't seen him
He's too
in
good for us. Yeah.
almost a year. Probably.
He's at Barrel Blends hanging
Yeah.
out.
Yep. Man, that's what happens.
He doesn't hang out with the Jefferson County.
Now he works for Wash U.
Yeah.
Too good for us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's a pinky up there.
4 people left. Ken, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah,
we don't necessarily have
the
to
guy
take your
who
thoughts.
comes, the guy who's come in like
Right.
I don't know.
We don't have to take
once
your
every
opinions,
month,
but let's see if you have an opinion.
Oh man.
And we'll see if we agree with it or not.
So McNew's on here. That's interesting.
She's been here
3 times.
That might be a good pick because she has to travel a little bit longer
Exactly.
than everyone else.
All right.
I mean,
Say McNew makes it.
I
We
think
agree with
she's a
that.
6-7 hour drive
Yeah.
for her to come here.
Yeah.
She's been here more than me. So
Yeah.
And she has to cross a river, which always confuses her.
She doesn't-
Never
doesn't
sees
even
the
see
arch.
river. Yeah. Like, when are you guys getting that arch back in? Never say it when I'm there.
Oh, we take it down during the winter. It's too windy.
Right.
The Santa Ana winds are
All
coming
right.
in.
So,
Who we
boy,
got left?
Miramonte. You've got Sonia and David, Don Knott, Dave Hogan Miller, Brian Murphy, Tom Crowder, Cop Brennan, Cop Chris, Evan Van Scoik, and Steinkamp, and Dave Hoyle, and Seabacker.
My vote would be for
Seabacker.
Tom Crowder.
Tom Crowder.
Crowder. I think he's going to need to make it on this list.
All right.
He does.
All right, he comes in at number 8.
First distributor to ever make the list.
Yeah, that's big. Considering your
This might be a conflict of interest for him. He might have to get taken off the list, otherwise he's going to lose his job.
right. Okay.
So now it's down to the hard decisions. You guys get to make one more, and I'll
Right.
make the
Yeah,
final one.
you'll have to make the final one as we always do. So Crowder's gone. So
I hate that rule, by the way. If anyone wants to come yell at Steve about it, I'm welcoming that.
Steinkamp.
When you expand, you can be the person
Dave
that doesn't
Hoyle?
go last.
Yeah, exactly. Van Scoik, who famously says he doesn't care anymore. He's done it all. His career on this list, he's done everything he's ever set out to do. Kyle Neely is always a good one. Miramonte. Oof. I don't know, Jim. What are you thinking?
I would be between Kyle and Bob.
Kyle and Bob. Yeah, both good choices. Has Bob been on the list? Is he
They're
up there?
both on the list right now.
They're both on the current top 10 from
Okay.
the last month and a half.
Okay.
But they'll be getting dropped lower unless
They're
unless you
gonna
give
drop
Kyle-
lower.
If you give it to Kyle, he'll be sticking at number 9.
It's like his permanent spot.
Right.
I feel like he gets 9 all the time.
These are both really good people. We enjoy when they come in. Everything that captures the spirit of what we're trying to do. Oh. I say out of those two, more deserving is Kyle. I mean, he does support us in a lot of ways. He comes in. He's part of all the events. Bob travels a lot. He's very sporadic when he gets to come in.
Yeah.
It's about like the joy they bring us, and I love when Bob's in here, but
Yeah.
you laugh every time when Kyle's here. Usually
I know.
at him.
Yeah.
And it's if you see him walking in, you know you're gonna,
It's going to be fun times.
Yeah.
Fun times. All right, there you go. Let's go through these. You got Clayton, Steinkamp, Tom Shue, Dave Hoyle, Evan Van Scoik, Cop Chris, Cop Brennan, Brian Murphy, Dave Hogan Miller, Don Knott, Sonia and David. You got Cop Ken over there, and Bob Miramonte's still on the board.
So I'm gonna pick someone that's never been on this list before.
Okay.
So there are
That's
several everyday regulars that we see twice a week, and so they're eliminated right now. So in my mind, it's between Dave Hogan Miller and Sonia and David, and I think I'm gonna have to give it to Sonia and David because they started by just coming to one Blanton's event,
Right.
and then they've really grown in the last 2 or 3
They do
months.
send
coming
other
here.
people here, too.
I think that's a great choice, by the way. I was looking at that, trying to figure out how to get Sonia on there, so I'm glad you got her on there.
And they love rye whiskey. That helps.
Yeah. So our 10 that will be through the end of the year, we won't do this again until January, are going to be Mitch Abbott and Rick the Legend Brenner coming in at number 1. At number 2 is Joe DeNapp and Jen Brenner. Then you got Evan Von Nieters. You've got Josh Dale at number 4, Kathy Cool 5, Wayne Van Sluis at 6, McNew at 7, Tom Crowder at 8, Kyle Neely at 9, and Sonia White and David Harris at number 10. So there it is.
There we
Pretty
go.
good stuff. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Cop Ken, we'll start with you.
You can find me right here, right now, and otherwise you're going to have to just not deal with it.
All right, Darren.
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures. Also, 5 days a week here at the ABV Tasting Shop.
There's Darren's scary picture. Look at that.
That's the
guy.
That's what he's looking at him right before he takes him on a hike.
He's inviting you to go out in the woods with that picture right there. Yeah. All right, Jim, how about you?
Find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot, Instagram at FosJim, or most days hanging out here at the ABV Barrel Shop.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows. We've got like 4,000 of them out there, so maybe you're doing some holiday travel. Please download some shows, and you'll have a way to spend some great time. And they're all kid-friendly, too, which is great.
Straight from the pod father.
Yes, exactly. If you like what we're doing, get involved. Head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network. Give us a 5-star review. And, of course, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place we are right now. Come by and see us. If you are in St. Louis, stop by. We got a lot going on. New barrel picks coming all the time. At a minimum, sign up for email distribution, maybe text coming back. We lost it for now. We are at abvbarrelshop.com. On that note, take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Cheers.
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 Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.